Welcome to Automotive Addiction. I'm Dylan and I'm surrounded by £2 million worth of very special cars. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you what is special about each and every single one of these. Let's go.
I might have to let it drop. Let it drop. I might have to let it drop.
Welcome to our showroom. This is our temporary showroom, but we'll get into that later on to why it's temporary. We're surrounded by such a variety of cars here to cater for all types of enthusiasts, from a hill climb car to track special supercars to really limited production cars and all the way to family estate cars that have a racetrack pedigree. So in this video, we're going to get into each one and why we think they're so special. Okay, so where did this collection come from? I've got something to admit. The most of these cars are part of my own personal collection and Automotive Addiction as a whole. There are two cars in here which aren't mine, which is a Ferrari 488 Pista and the Porsche 718 GT4 RS. Those are here for PPF. But this was the first supercar I ever purchased, which is an Audi R8 Performance Parts. My dream car as a kid. And the latest one being Audi RS6 GT, which is a supercar because it has the performance and one of only 60 in the UK. So, why are we making this video? Well, I need to sell them all. Yes, I need to sell all of them, over a decade of collecting them, but I have purchased my first unit and that's my absolute dream and I need to build it. So these will have to make way for the future of Automotive Addiction. So now you know why this unit is temporary. It's going to break my heart to sell some of these cars. The Audi R8 Performance Parts was my absolute dream car from when I was young. I always wanted an R8, and when the Performance Parts come along, it was very special to me. Now, if this is the first time you've ever watched a video from Automotive Addiction, let me explain what we're about. Automotive Addiction has been running for a decade now. So since 2015, we have been buying and selling cars, but not in a usual fashion. What we're known for is our preparation levels. I was a professional detailer before I started this business 10 years ago, and I brought that into car sales. So every single car we sell goes through a 60-hour detailing process. There is more detailers in this business than salespeople. Everything in this business is based around preparation and making sure the cars are absolutely perfect. But that's not all. Before we detail any car, it goes through hours and hours of checks. 260-point mechanical check, a 200-point visual check, and we really get under the skin of every car to figure everything out with it. And what we're really known for, our reputation, is about supplying the very best cars. And that is actually the hardest part about this job, is sourcing genuine, enthusiast looked after cars that have been cared for its whole life. And that is our USP. We even send cars overseas now. We've sent 10 cars to different countries across the world, which are right-hand drive countries. And I'm very, very proud of what we built here. Our customers have helped us build it to this level, and I couldn't appreciate them even more. The people that we love dealing with are those really OCD individuals that want everything perfect, and that's the sector of the market that we predominantly deal with. Okay, so enough of that. Let's get into what the real reason why you're watching this video, and that is the cars. And we're going to start with the Porsches. Okay, let's start with this. A Porsche 992 Turbo S. What a car. This was actually my daily car. I was very lucky to have it as a daily car. I purchased this car brand new in 2023. If you're into your Porsches and your Turbo S's, you will know that most of these are grey or black. People like to slide under the radar with Turbo S's. I went for something a bit different. Shark blue with satin aurum, bronzy gold wheels. Now, it's against the grain for these. It's something a bit different, and you'll notice with a lot of these cars, that is exactly what I want, something that's a little bit different. Now, I spec this brand new from Porsche Colchester. They were brilliant to deal with, and I think this is my third car I've ever bought new. It's an amazing experience. Me being a car enthusiast, I spec as much as possible, especially the interior. Every single part I could get in leather Alcantara in the interior was done. I went for the lightweight package, which is a really rare option for a Turbo S. Most people don't do it because you lose the rear seats, but I didn't need the rear seats. So I have 918 bucket seats in this. That's the same as the GT cars, like the GT3 RS. No rear seats. The lightweight package comes with lightweight rear glass, sports exhaust, and PASM suspension system, which is 10mm lower than usual. But in addition to that, I fitted some KW height adjustable springs and got the geometry and corner weight set up by Ben at String Theory, who does all of my cars because it absolutely transforms how they drive. Getting on to the power, these are 650 horsepower, 3.7 litre twin turbo engine. You don't need any more. It's absolutely brilliant to drive, completely different to the older generations that I've driven before. And being a 992, I actually love the interior. Very controversial. If you're into Porsches, a lot of people don't like it, but the quality of the interior, the ergonomics, how everything works, it's been an absolute joy to use every single day. But now it's time for me to sell it. I will miss this massively. It's the most miles I've ever done in a car. It's on 7,000 miles. I've never done that in any of these cars. So this has been really easy to drive. A true daily. If you're looking for a daily that you can genuinely use every day, this is the one for you. And if you don't need the rear seats, even better, because I've added a little motorsport touch to this car for everyday driving. This car has £35,000 of factory optional extras. That's how much I added onto this car. And it already comes with ceramic brakes as standard and rear axle steering, so I really went to town. The only options I haven't got on this car, which I couldn't get at the time, was the aero pack. I couldn't get the aero pack, I didn't go for the driver assistance pack because I don't like all the assistance. Quickly going through the spec, sharp blue, Turbo S exclusive wheels, PDLS at the front, which is the lighting system, exclusive design tail lights, lightweight package with speed yellow stitching throughout, Alcantara everywhere, leather everywhere. I even did the Sport Chrono pack. I did as much as possible and it really feels premium inside. But my favorite part of this car is the door sills. I paid Porsche exclusive manufacturer to make me some custom door sills, and that summarizes me in a heartbeat. Pinch myself on entry because I couldn't believe I bought a new Porsche, and don't grow up as a trap, because if you're a car enthusiast and you love this kind of stuff, it is your inner child coming out, and that's what I believe. So what's it like to drive? As a daily supercar, it's absolutely fantastic. The chassis is fantastic. It feels amazing. These are four-wheel drive, but predominantly most of the power goes to the back. How it drove on the road with the springs and its setup, I absolutely enjoyed. If you have the car in normal, all calm down, it is a normal car to drive. It feels special inside though, but when you put it in this highest Sport Plus setting, it's absolutely incredible. The performance it gives you in terms of the engine performance and its chassis, I mean, I don't think you can get a more complete everyday car if the budget allows, and a lot of other people think that. This car is priced at £150,000 plus VAT, and if I was to give it a rating, I would say 8 out of 10. And that's due to its breadth of ability. It is truly amazing to drive when you push it on, and it's really good day to day. It can be really toned down and docile. Toned down and docile is a word that I cannot use for the next car we're going to speak about, which is the Porsche 991.2 GT3 RS. Okay, so next up, Porsche 991.2 GT3 RS. This is a 2019 69 reg. I purchased this in 2023, just like the Turbo S. And the reason I bought this is it's every enthusiast poster car. Doesn't matter if you're a Lamborghini fan, Ferrari fan, everyone loves a GT3 RS. That naturally aspirated engine to 9,000 revs and its unique tone, and obviously its motorsport heritage is really, really, really attractive. Now this is a YZAC package car, which started from 69 plate onwards. You'll notice that online, they're all 69 onwards. Now the YZAC package gives you a carbon bonnet, carbon roof, carbon spoiler, titanium roll cage, lightweight glass, and carbon fiber roll bars. It also has a little bit more power. I really wanted a Guards Red one. There isn't that many in Guards Red, and I absolutely love red. So this was a real poster car for me. To drive, this car is hardcore. I remember getting it for the first time in 2023, really excited, got it home. I was like, I'll go down some B roads. Wow, it pulled you all over the shop. These cars are very lively on the road. They move and they pull into all cambers and everything. You know what, I thought, what have I bought? Have I bought the right car? Then I managed to take it on track. When I took it on track, it all made sense. The amount of grip it has, the braking performance, where the power is in the engine is absolutely designed for track work, and it made complete sense. So since I bought it, I bought a BRE, Brook Racing exhaust, Inconel, OPF back exhaust, even Venturi intake. I got Demon Performance Center to fit all that, my friend Pete Williams. I also got a full geometry setup done by Bennett String Theory, which I use for all my cars. Also some BBS lightweight wheels, because this didn't come with the magnesium wheels from factory, and some Manti Racing brake pads for the ceramics. And that's it, I've just enjoyed it. This car is too good for me. I'm not good enough for this car. What rating would I give it? It's got to be 9 out of 10. And why isn't it 10 out of 10? Because a GT2 RS is a 10 out of 10. This is a 9 out of 10. It's got the looks, it's got the noise, it's got the performance. I mean, this is most people's dream car. So yeah, absolutely amazing, 9 out of 10. Moving on, this is a 74 plate 2024 Cayman GT4 RS, and one of the last ones ever built. They aren't making these anymore. The GT4 RS is dead. Now I purchased this brand new again from Porsche Colchester. I wasn't able to get a PTS slot, so I did something a bit different. I went for gentian blue and put full satin PPF on it, which we'll get to in a minute. Now, why did I purchase this car? The GT3 RS was an absolute dream for me, but it is something I'm going to sell towards the end of the year. So I was thinking, I would like something which has that pedigree, but is more road focused. The GT3 RS isn't very good on the road, and most of my driving is on the road. I do like to do a track day now and again, but most is on the road. So the GT4 RS is like its funner sibling. Mid-engined, a little bit less power, more playful. So I think this will be a better car on the road with a couple of track days. So I've purchased this. Now, I did spec it to the hills. I got carried away. You do when you buy a new car. This car was nearly 180,000 brand new. You know, out of all the cars in here, this is probably the one that's depreciated a little bit. Probably 20 grand already. Now the spec of it, again, Wyzak pack, so carbon bonnet. They didn't come with a carbon roof, but we did a replica carbon roof basically with PPF, carbon spoiler, lightweight glass, titanium exhaust, a little bit more power. I spec'd it to the rafters inside. We went for black with yellow stitching again, Alcantara everywhere, and the body form seats, which is a really, really rare option. Now, a bit different, went blue on blue. So we went for the magnesium wheels on this, which we didn't on the GT3 RS, and went for blue mags. What do you think? A bit controversial, but I think it works with the satin PPF. We went for full satin PPF with a satin stripe, and we also went a little bit more motorsport, yellow PPF with smoked front lights. I haven't driven this car yet, so I can't tell you what it's like. It's on delivery mileage still, waiting for the weather to get a little bit better, and we'll tell you what this is like. Rating, can't give you one, but how it looks, I think 8 out of 10. Looks amazing, really aggressive, and I think in the future, this will be a special car. They'll think back in 10 years time and go, mid-engine GT3 RS, that was special, and I think this has some potential in the future. Next to me is my friend's car. It's here for PPF. The front end and the rear bumper has been PPF by Topaz Bristol. This car was from Swindon, again on delivery miles. Very similar spec, just different colour scheme. Which one do you prefer? I actually really like this one. I kind of wish I bought it in this colour now, but I do love both. We're gonna do PPF on the doors, rear quarters and rear boot. So this is here just for PPF. And Pete, who owns this car, might do a track day in it, but mainly on the road. So we can hopefully go out together when we have time, which is never, and get a few miles in both. But yeah, what do you think's better? Okay, so we've got something completely different here. This is a hill climb car. It's based on a Volkswagen Polo. Yes, a Polo, and it's absolutely mad. We call it the Evo Polo because it runs an Mitsubishi Evo engine that's been stroked to 2.3, fully forged, the biggest turbo I've ever seen, screamer pipe, and it is 800, yes, 800 horsepower. It runs a four-wheel drive system, which is from the Evo as well, has huge Alcon brakes, has a huge fiberglass body kit, has a sequential gearbox, which is mated to a pneumatic system inside for changing gear. So it uses pneumatic air pressure to change gear for the sequential box, making it lightning quick. This is crazy to drive. The build on this car, just building it, not the car, was over £150,000. And it's just a unique creation. Out of everything in this showroom, this is by far the fastest car to drive and absolutely crazy. We've also got a side exit exhaust as well, full cage that has been connected to the strut tops. As I said, there's the engine. Look at that turbo, it's ridiculous. I've never seen a turbo that big. As you can see, they've done it properly. They've even welded the top here where the strut goes because of the power of the car. The suspension has external reservoirs. That's 10 grand of suspension alone. Everything's been done properly. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, this is the craziest, most mad, you know, build that we've got here, and it's such a stark difference to everything else. I mean, I don't know what it weighs. I need to actually put it on, but it's not going to be much difference from a ton. Let me show you inside. You got snow, gravel, and tarmac modes. It absolutely stinks of fuel because the fuel pumps are in the car. This car actually has an 8-litre fuel tank. Yes, 8 litre. The only way to check the fuel level is with a stick, because it's designed just to go up a hill as fast as possible, and it has been used for competition. It's got an MSA logbook as well. I think it's an absolute steal. It's £70,000. £70,000 for all this. I mean, RS3s are that these days. So yeah, really cool car, amazing to sit in. I mean, I'm gonna have to sit in it. I mean, the only thing we have changed on this is the seats. We've put normal seats in it just so it can pass an MOT, because the wraparounds were not legal. So let me just jump in it. Okay, so fighter jet style controls. I mean, you've even got a fighter jet kill switch here, just like the Lamborghini, but this is actually proper. Here we go. There's power. Snow, gravel, tarmac, big light show. Where's the ignition? So this one's ignition. You've got ignition, you've got the fuel pumps, which are all separate. You've even got lights, you've got window wipers, you've got everything. You've got a horn. That's terrible. The steering wheel here is for changing gear. It's got everything. It's even got indicators. Working. They're actually working. Okay. Really cool car. It's got a proper hydraulic handbrake if you're brave enough to pull it on the road, which I'm not. Absolutely crazy car. I mean, it just stinks of fuel in here and it just rattles, but I absolutely love this, and this is the craziest thing we have here. Shall I start it? Yeah, shall we start it? I don't want to kill you with the fumes, but proper cool. And the other good thing about this is you can still go to Mackey's. Double cheeseburger, please. Okay, so we've gone through all the Porsches. Now, all those cars, all those GT cars, are all limited production cars. They haven't got a number, as they're not numbered, but they're not made in huge quantities. Now, here's a completely different type of car. This is a BMW M4 GTS, made in 2016, one of only 30 in the UK and 700 worldwide. It's believed that only 15 of these in this country is in this frozen grey, which is unique for the GTS as well. Now, why did I buy this? Because I thought it was weird and crazy. I mean, to start with, what manufacturer puts acid orange on the splitter, on the wheels, on the interior? I just love the crazy factor about it. And this car actually has water methanol injection from factory, and I believe is the first production car ever with that. And what that did was boost its power from around 444 horsepower to almost 500, 493 horsepower. And what I loved about this car is the amount of changes they made. They've done so much to it. This actually in 2016 was £120,000 base, including options. This one's about 125 because it's got some options on it. And it was absolutely ridiculous price. This was Porsche GT3 money, and this was designed to actually compete with the GT3, and its reviews are really mixed. Some of them is like, it's too crazy, it's too wild, it's not good. I mean, I think I remember Top Gear 1, and they were just like, it's not fast. It's not fast around the track. It's too crazy to drive. But now as time's gone on, and this car's only 10 years old, I think it is really cool and out there, and manufacturers don't make cars like this anymore. So, what's different about it? Carbon fiber bonnet, GTS specific. Carbon fiber front splitter, which is adjustable, extends in and out. The wheels are 666M wheels, and if you're into BMWs, you know they're the same ones from the BMW M4 competition, but these are actually lightweight. They're forged. They're different to the usual ones. These come with ceramic brakes from factory. They come with adjustable suspension, that's from KW, from factory, and they're three-way, so they're height, rebound, and compression. Even the hubs on this car are different. I love getting underneath it and having a look. It has billet aluminium hubs, and they actually have more camber than a standard car, as you would expect. It's got bucket seats, which are made from Recaro and they're full carbon fiber. It's got a roll cage in acid orange from factory. It's got a fire extinguisher. This was the first BMW fitted with a digital steering wheel, and now that's a big thing. A lot of people try and retrofit that to their cars, be it an Audi, be it a BMW, be it a Mercedes. So this steering wheel has shift lights in it like a Formula One car, and this was the first car to have that, which I think is really, really cool. As I said, the bonnet's carbon, the roof is carbon, which is standard on a normal one, and the boot is carbon. This also has adjustable rear wing for street and race. The exhaust on this car is also completely bespoke for this car. The sound of this M4 is not like the usual S55 engines. It sounds really good with burbles, quite deep. I really like the noise of it, where I don't normally like the S55 noise. And the way they've done that is a GTS specific exhaust, which has a titanium back box and tips, which is really, really cool as well. That is the majority of things. It has some other bits, carbon inside, GTS specific lettering, the center console's lightweight. It has other bits, of course it does. Obviously, again, it's 500 PS, which is 493 horsepower. I just like the fact how different it was. It also has OLED rear lights. This is the first BMW OLED rear lights. Believe it or not, a pair of those are 9 grand from BMW. Yeah, 9 grand for rear lights. I just think it's a bit of a wild creation out of BMW Skunk Works, and think something that they don't really do anymore. I mean, the new CSL, the G Series CSL, cool car, but wasn't as wild as this. I really hope someone buys this and uses it, but they might do what I've done, buy it and go, wow, it's too nice, and not use it, because most ones out there haven't been used. But this is a special car. It's 50 grand less than it was new. I think in the future, this has potential. This was the first turbocharged M car, and this was the wildest one by a country mile. If you've driven F-Series cars and G-Series cars, the F-Series cars want to kill you in comparison. So I think in the future, this will be a special thing. With its controversial looks, to drive all the bits on it, I think it's a special car, and I'd recommend buying that. I think it's got a chance of going up, I really do. Okay, so I've explained how it is to drive. Now, what rating should I give it? I'm gonna give this a solid 7.5 out of 10. Why is that? It gets a high rating because it's different. It's got loads of performance-orientated parts on it, from carbon bits to suspension to billet hubs. And I like how much detail BMW Motorsport have got into it. It's not quite an 8, but it's got potential to in the future. If cars go even more boring and more electric, this is going to be a 9 out of 10. So I think it's got potential, but right now, 7 out of 10, and I'd highly recommend buying one. I think for the money, it's an absolute bargain. Okay, so moving on, a pair of Audis that we have here in the collection. This is our latest addition, a brand new Audi RS6 GT, one of 60 in the UK and 660 in the world. Now you're probably thinking, why am I talking about this? This is not for sale, and it isn't for sale, but an hour ago, we secured purchasing another one. We've managed to get the exact same spec car, brand new, VAT qualifying, on delivery mileage, and that car will be here very soon and for sale for $209,995. So if you want the opportunity of owning this limited edition, well publicized car, this is a car that's really in demand right now, then give us a call. So we're gonna go through this car, go through all the differences, go what's special about it. And what I think is most special about it is I think this car is the first of its kind. This is the first family estate that I have seen that is properly motorsport inspired, because it has coilover suspension, carbon bucket seats, and a full carbon fiber front end. And this could be the start of an absolute craze across Europe and the world. First off, what's fundamentally different with this car? The RS6 GT has motorsport inspired parts. That's a full carbon fiber bonnet, carbon fiber wings, carbon fiber front bumper. This is wider than a normal RS6. This wing has a vent here to get rid of air pressure. Now, why has this got a carbon fiber front end? Audis are known for being heavy on the front and causing understeer. They've fitted a carbon fiber front end on this to reduce the amount of weight over the front. This has a 4-litre twin turbo V8 engine underneath. So it's a heavy lump, so this is to increase handling. What else has been done to increase handling and make it more intuitive to drive is a full 3-way coilover setup, just like the majority of track cars we've just spoken about. This is height, rebound and compression adjustable, and it absolutely transforms how it drives. The road holding is not like an estate, not what you would expect, and this has actually been created by Audi Sport themselves. It has custom 22-inch wheels, which is inspired by the Audi 90 IMSA race car back in the late 80s, and obviously the livery. The livery is from that car as well. That was a white car with the same livery on white wheels. So this is a hark back to motorsport. The Audi Quattro back in the 80s and 90s was the staple car from Audi. Now it's the Audi RS6. So it's a modern day equivalent of what their staple car is. Everyone loves an RS6. Now, I've only driven this a few miles because it hasn't got PPF on it yet, but it feels completely different to a normal one. I mean, a normal one to start with is on air suspension. It feels completely different. Really connected to the steering wheel. The steering feels really sharp. I'm really excited to get this PPF'd and actually do some miles in it. I'd love to go to Germany on this and do a few laps of the Nürburgring. Because let's be honest, it's what it's made for. It's used for touring and driving. That's the point in this. And it could be the start of something really special for Audi and this sector. I can't explain properly how this drives. I've done a few miles, but what is its rating? For me, this is a 10 out of 10. For me, I'm an Audi enthusiast. I think it's absolutely wild. I think it's vulgar. I think it's Marmite, and that to me is a cool thing. This is a 10 out of 10. Okay, on to the second Audi in this collection, and the car that has been here the longest. This is my absolute prized possession, my baby, and the car that means the most to me. This is an Audi R8 V10 Plus Performance Parts Edition. One of only 5 in the UK and only 5 right-hand drive, and one of 44 in the world. All 5 right-hand drive cars here in the UK are Misano red. All left-hand drive cars, which there are 39 of, are all in Suzuka grey. Now, a lot of people don't know about this car. This car wasn't really publicised at the time, which was a bit weird. So Audi never had any reviews done, no journalists had it, nothing. Where this RS6 GT, there was plenty of that. Now, what is it? It is a track-focused Audi R8 V10 Plus. It was designed to rival the GT3 RS. It has a host of upgrades from factory, which include a completely bespoke carbon fibre aero kit from Audi Sport. That compromises the front splitter, which is straight from the GT4 car, the canards, which again are straight from the GT4 car, the side skirts, the rear spoiler, and the huge rear diffuser, with side canards. The carbon fibre aero kit on this car was developed in a wind tunnel by Audi Sport and increases downforce by a huge 100 kg compared to a normal V10 Plus. It does have other upgrades, which includes lightweight milled Audi Sport wheels. Also, the carbon ceramic braking system on this has its own brake pads that are made by Pagid with titanium backing plates, braided hoses, and it also has 3-way adjustable Audi Sport coilovers, which are height, compression, and rebound adjustable. You can see the DNA here. They've taken some of these bits and put it into the RS6 GT. What I absolutely love about this car is that the power is standard, just like the RS6 GT. This is 610 PS. All its upgrades are to do with its chassis and its handling. Everything is focused around driver engagement and how it feels on the road and on the racetrack. I have never used this car on the racetrack. I always love to, but I love it too much. This car has sentimental value to me because it was that Audi 80 when I was a child and my mum's Audi 90 that got me into cars. They also had an XR3i before that, so I have a bit of Ford love as well. So that's where it all started for me. So buying this car was the ultimate. When I bought this 6 years ago, almost, I was like, I'm never gonna sell it. This is what I've always wanted. And it's been my prized possession. We've done full PPF on the car, and I've just cared for it ever since. To be honest, I drive it once a year for service every September, which is quite sad, but I just love owning it. But unfortunately, the time has come, I need to sell it to build the unit. So this will be the hardest to let go of out of the whole collection, and it's really important it goes to somebody who's gonna love it just as much. It's quite a niche, unique car. I've had to explain to you what it is, because a lot of people wouldn't have heard of it before, but that's why I love it so much. Now the V10 is dead. So the V10 engine in this was used in the R8 and the Lamborghini Huracan, which is right next to it. That engine is now gone. They won't make it anymore. So I think this has got a huge potential to go up in value in the future. Right now, this is on 3,900 miles and it's for sale for £189,995, which is slightly more than it was new at almost £180,000. Now, what upgrades I've done to this car since I've had it? All I've done is full PPF and a full geometry setup, again by Bennett String Theory. Other than that, nothing. I've just enjoyed it on the road and enjoyed owning it. I think it looks incredible. Crazy, that's a 2018 car and it's what, 6 years old? 7 years old. It still looks really sharp. We love the R8 shape. I think a lot of other people do. Yeah, it's a really special car. What is this R8 V10 Plus performance parts like to drive compared to everything else here? Well, the party piece of this car is this engine. Wow, the V10 engine sounds incredible. For me, my favorite noise, I prefer it to a V12, I prefer it to a V8. The scream of a V10 I absolutely love, and I love the look of it. I think it looks hard-edged, motorsport inspired. Absolutely love how it looks, loves how it sounds, and I love the steering in this car. This steering is completely different to normal R8 V10 Plus. Rating, I think this is a 10 out of 10. Of course I'm going to say it's a 10 out of 10. It has a lot of nostalgic meaning to me. It's one of only 5 in the UK, which I think is crazy. For a car that's under £1 million, what can you get that they made less than 5 of? Nothing. I think it's really niche, really unique, kind of a forgotten car. It's got a V10 engine in it. It's got super sharp steering, looks incredible. It's reliable. I think this is a really, really niche car. And I think for the price point it is, it's a bargain. I think now the V10 is dead, it will be worth good money in the future. So yeah, to me, it's a 10 out of 10. It's got everything you want from a supercar. Noise, looks, handling, reliability. For me, this is the one. If I could afford to keep one, it'd be this or the next car in this collection. Okay, so we're at the most expensive car in this collection, and that is the 2022 Lamborghini Huracan STO, meaning Super Trofeo Omologato. This is inspired by the Super Trofeo series for the Lamborghini. So if you're a Lamborghini customer and you have a lot of money, you can enter into the Super Trofeo series and have a Super Trofeo car. So what's the STO about? The STO is a track-focused Lamborghini. Now, most Lamborghinis are great to drive, great to look at, but aren't very good on track. This is completely different. This is rear-wheel drive only and has rear-wheel steer. And every single body panel on this car, except for the roof and the doors, are made from carbon fiber, which is insane. The clamshell, the rear quarters, the rear engine deck, the rear bumper, it's all carbon fiber. The wing is also carbon fiber. The experience of driving it is really, really wild. It's noisy inside, from the engine and the road. It's really sharp steering, especially with the rear wheel steer. There's a roll cage in this one, which is a really rare option. The colour in this is really rare, Viola Parcife, and the fact it's got a cage. Almost none of them have a cage, and being a motorsport inspired car, you've got to have that in there. So going around the car, you've got the front clamshell. You've got these louvers to get rid of air pressures from the wheel well at speed. You've got centre lock wheels. You've got ceramic brakes. Now these aren't usual ceramic brakes, these are carbon ceramic brakes from Brembo, not carbon composite. So braking performance on this is unbelievable. The brakes are a lot stronger than usual ceramics like found on Porsches and BMWs. The inside is literally carbon fiber. The door cards are bare carbon fiber. They're just carbon fiber door cards with pulls. The seats are actually the STO sport seats. The only thing I don't like about this car is this. This is an air intake, but it's fake. On a McLaren, for example, you can have an option of a roof scoop and it goes into the airbox. This just goes into the engine bay. That's fake. I don't like that about it, but the rest of it's all functional. This, for example, directs air into the airbox. This, for example, directs air to the rear brakes. This, for example, directs air straight to the radiators. And I like the fact how functional the whole car is. The spoiler is adjustable. You can change the angle of it depending on track or on the road. I've never been a real Lamborghini person until I drove this, and this in Viola Parcife, without the stickers. Usually they have loads of stickers all over them. Absolutely love it. This is, out of all these cars, the most expensive, and for me, the best car to drive on road. I haven't driven it on track, and I probably never will. I'll be too scared about the value of it. But to drive, it's absolutely amazing, and this is the best car in this collection. Rating, 11 out of 10. This is the best one. It's amazing. It does everything. How it looks, how it drives, how it makes you feel, you know, and you know, the servicing, believe it or not, this shocks everyone. 4 years free servicing, 4 years warranty. Of everything here, this has cost me nothing to maintain. Get your head around that. The last car in this collection, the Ferrari 488 Pista. Now this isn't our car, this is a customer car, it's been here for PPF. But what a special car. This is a track-focused 488, littered with carbon fibre, inside and out. I've obviously moved it around between the showroom and the PPF bays, and it feels special. For me, there's nothing like a Ferrari when you get in it. When you get in it and move it around, there's something special about Ferraris, and super special in silver. I mean, you expect this to be red, you expect this to be dark blue, but in silver, this oozes class, especially with the yellow accents and the carbon fiber and the dark blue notch stripe. There's one car in this collection which isn't here at the moment, and that's McLaren 600 LT. That's a car that I've owned for 2 years, and my actual dream car right now is a McLaren P1. Absolutely love them. 10 years old, hybrid, they're well known for their wild ride. And this 600 LT is a homage to that. It's finished in MSO, amethyst black, with P1 seats, and is absolutely incredible. That car is a huge spec car, 2,000 miles, 70 plate, one of the last ever made, and has all 3 carbon packs, 1, 2, and 3. The factory options of that car total £45,000. That is an amazing car to drive, absolutely fantastic. Carbon tub, 3.8 twin turbo engine. The exhaust comes out the top of the car, so when you're driving it, you can see flames behind you. That car is all about theatre. In terms of how it drives and how its chassis feels, it's absolutely razor sharp. I think that car is the best value car in this collection. It's valued around £150,000, and brand new, it was nearly £250,000. And to drive, it's on level with the Huracan STO. The only reason I'll pick the Huracan STO over the 600 LT is down to engine noise. I prefer the engine noise of the STO, but it's on that kind of level. I think the 600 LT is absolute steal. For £150,000, it's less than a GT3 RS, it's similar money to delivery mileage GT4 RS, it's less than the R8, it's less than the RS6. I think it's absolute steal, and it looks like a spaceship, doesn't it? It's so cool, and it's all about driving that car. That is a car I'd highly recommend. And actually, that car was supposed to be a part of this video, but it actually sold that fast. It went yesterday. So that's why it's not in this collection, but it's a car that definitely needs a mention. And that is the end of our video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you want to see next. If you're interested in paint protection film, if you're interested in buying any of these cars or anything else on our website, or you're interested in buying your car, please get in touch. We're always after performance German vehicles of all shapes and sizes, so drop us a DM or fill out the sell your car form on our website. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.